Have you ever ended a day not knowing what you did? Do you wake up early but still feel behind all day? You try to clean work, make calls, cook, do laundry, and by evening you just sit and breathe, not quite sure what you accomplished. Besides feeling exhausted, are you living each day as if you're chasing something you can't quite catch? Have you ever asked yourself why your house still feels messy even though you're always busy? Why you're so tired even when you've just stayed home all day? The answer isn't that you're lazy or not trying hard enough. It might simply be that you're managing your time the wrong way. People often think organizing a home is just about the stuff. But really, it begins with how you organize the hours in your day. If you spend your whole day doing, but never resting or reconnecting, you become like a machine that keeps running without ever being recharged, and that machine is you. There's a very simple rule that can change all of this. It's called the 8+8+8 rule. It sounds easy, but many people go their whole life without ever using it properly. The first 8 hours are for real. Rest, not lying down. Scrolling your phone, not watching TV until you fall asleep, but resting like someone who's taking care of a tired body. The next 8 hours are for meaningful tasks. You can tidy one small corner of the house. You can cook something simple. You can call someone to check in. You can rewrite your medication list or fold old towels. You don't have to cram it all into one block. Just pick one thing and do it fully. The last 8 hours are for you for what reminds you that you're still alive. You can listen to an old song. You can go for a walk. You can just sit still and take a deep breath. Time doesn't disappear. It's just being used the wrong way. Are you using all 3 segments of time for the right people, the right things, or are you pouring your entire day into rushing through housework and ending up with nothing left for yourself? This is your moment to reflect. Not to blame yourself, but to begin again gently. And if something in all of this resonates with you, please hit subscribe. The next parts will help you look clearly at every little corner that's been draining your energy and show you how to start living lighter, one day at a time. Have you ever felt like you've worked all day, but the house is still messy? Your hands still haven't stopped and your heart still hasn't found peace. Have you ever opened your eyes and started rushing, doing task after task? And when you finally sat down, it was already dark. But deep inside you still felt like you hadn't done enough. You're not the only one, and it's not because you're lazy or lack discipline. The truth is, you're living in a day that's been divided. Wrong time doesn't get lost, it just gets torn into little scattered pieces. You try to clean one corner, then the phone rings, someone calls, then a message comes in, then you end up opening another cabinet, then feel like you need to go cook, and just like that, nothing gets finished. Your mind spins, and by the end of the day, you're drained but don't even know why. It's like a kitchen where everything's out on the counter. Pots half-cooked, drawers, left open laundry mid-cycle, but nothing is done. That's what happens when we live out of rhythm. A true rhythm doesn't make you busier. It helps you see clearly what you're living for when you start dividing your day into 3 clear parts. Everything begins to shift. 8 hours to rest. Do nothing at all. Just recover. Sleep, lie down and breathe and be still. 8 hours for doing one thing long enough, deep enough, without being interrupted, not wiping the counter while talking on the phone. 8 hours for connecting, for returning to yourself, to your loved ones, to what makes life still feel meaningful. No day is perfect, but each day can feel complete. If you know what you're spending it on, your house can't be tidy if you're always doing everything at once, and your heart can't be calm if you're always thinking you need to do more. When you say, "I don't have time," try asking, instead, what am I spending my time on? Am I truly living in each part of my day? Or am I just reacting to everything that happens and ending the day exhausted? Sometimes what makes us tired isn't the tasks, it's how we live through each hour, and if you've ever lived like that, you'll understand that living by the 8+8+8 rule isn't a hack. It's a way to reclaim a day you lost long ago. People often think you have to finish everything before you can rest. But for older adults, sometimes just not resting properly is what makes the whole day feel chaotic. Have you ever tried cleaning in the afternoon, but your mind felt foggy? Your body ached, and you ended up sitting down halfway through just to catch your breath. Have you ever stayed up late trying to fold all the clothes only to feel too tired to do anything the next day? It's not because you're weak, it's because you're trying to work without a strong foundation. And that foundation is rest in the 8+8+8 rule. Rest always comes first, not by accident, because if you don't recharge, any task will pull you backward. Rest isn't lying down scrolling your phone until you fall asleep. Rest isn't watching TV just to forget your fatigue. Real rest is when your body gets to be still, your mind gets to relax, and your breath isn't racing. To keep up with the schedule, you can take a 20-minute nap, you can sit outside with tea and no phone, you can listen to soft music and close your eyes for a few minutes. You can go to bed an hour earlier instead of watching one more show. When you rest enough, you get less irritated by a messy chair, less frustrated with a cluttered cabinet, less stressed about an untidy kitchen. Because rest helps you see things more clearly. It doesn't take time away from you. It helps you use the remaining time better if your mind is always spinning. If cleaning feels overwhelming, then maybe what you need isn't a to-do list, but a real pause to recover. No one can clean a home with an exhausted body. No one can live neatly if their heart is constantly tense. So if you're tired, rest. Don't push through, come back. Only when you feel a little lighter inside. Only then can you truly clear something away. Otherwise, you'll keep jumping from one task to another. And in the end, nothing gets finished. You just feel more tired and more tangled. Instead, choose one task. Only do it for 30 minutes, then stop tomorrow. Pick another. You don't need to clean your whole life in one day. If you've ever started something and abandoned it halfway, if you've ever stood in the middle of a room unsure where to begin. Leave a comment, just one small thought. It could be something you're thinking about, a small task you're planning to do, or just the words "I'm starting again too." I would be so happy to hear your thoughts and take the time to read everyone. Decluttering isn't just about being neat. It's about reclaiming your control over your living space. But it's not everything, because there are many other things that need you too. Don't spend all 8 doing hours just trying to finish cleaning. Leave time to call a friend, leave time to check your meds, update papers, soak your feet, listen to music, or even just sit quietly cleaning. Is one part of your day, and that day is just one part of your life. You don't need to do it all, you just need to know what you're doing. When you're truly present in even a small task, you'll feel less pressure inside. And that messy house, even if unfinished, won't feel like a burden anymore, because you've stepped into a different rhythm of living. there's something people don't often say out loud. It's the emptiness you feel even after the house is clean, the closet is tidy, the floor is mopped, but there's still something missing inside. Have you ever felt that you spent the whole afternoon cleaning, arranging every item, putting things away? But when you sat down, you felt sad. Not because the house was dirty, but because your heart felt empty. That's because you've spent all your time on what needs to be done and left no part for yourself in the 8+8+8 rule. There's a very important time block that often gets forgotten. That last 8 hours is for yourself, not for doing, not for cleaning, not for helping others, but for you to return to yourself when you walk slowly outside, when you make tea and sit alone in silence, when you listen to an old song and remember your youth when you write a few lines in your journal, or simply sit still and close your eyes. Those moments don't produce visible results, but they keep you feeling alive. Not alive to finish things, but alive to feel. Without this part, you can easily feel empty even after doing so much. All day, you might feel useful, but not loved. Connection doesn't come only from your children or loved ones. It also comes from within you, from noticing whether you're tired or sad or needing something right now. Cleaning your house without saving time for yourself is like wiping the table without breathing. In the scent of tea, like washing cups without taking a sip of water. For yourself, no one can live just to do, and neither can you. Even if you're used to taking care of others, being the mother, the grandmother, the oldest sister in the family, you still need time that belongs to only you, not for anyone else, not to prove anything, just to breathe. To feel light, to sense that your heart hasn't shut down just a few minutes. Like that, each day repeated daily is enough for you to feel different, because you're no longer abandoning yourself in the schedule of to-dos, but instead you're living present and full in each small quiet space that's a part of life you fully deserve, and no one can give it to you but yourself. One mistake that keeps many people from ever finishing their cleaning is thinking they must do it all at once, handle the entire room, make everything tidy today before they can rest. But for older adults, finishing it all is no longer the best approach. Doing consistently is the gentler, truer, longer-lasting path you can start in the simplest way. One small task a day, just one. Don't let it spill over into other areas. Don't let it drag you into more drawers today. You can clean one drawer tomorrow, one box the day after that, a bag under the bed. Every time you clean, set a timer, 15 minutes, no more. When the timer rings, stop. Don't push further, don't linger. Don't let your heart be pulled by regret, because what you're building isn't neatness. It's a new habit, a habit of lightness, of consistency, of not wearing yourself out. When you work consistently, you no longer fear starting. You don't avoid it. You don't feel pressured to finish today, clean tomorrow, be done this week. You just ask yourself, can I do one small task today? That's a new rhythm of life. A rhythm that doesn't drain you, doesn't make you feel guilty for not finishing, doesn't make you compare yourself to others. It's just you and the home you're in, and that rhythm will begin to reach other areas of your life. You'll eat more slowly, drink water on time, go to bed earlier, feel lighter in spirit. Not because the house is clean, but because inside you're no longer rushing. The people who live long and live well aren't the ones who get everything done. They're the ones who know how to do just enough, at the right time, with the right energy from the right heart, without forcing themselves to go beyond that. If you've ever tried to clean all day and ended up totally drained, if you've ever started and then stopped halfway from exhaustion, Then today you can start again differently. Not needing much, not needing speed, just needing consistency. Many people think their house is messy because they're lazy, or there's too much stuff, or they're weak. But real clutter doesn't start with objects. It starts with a day broken into dozens of tiny tasks, none of them complete. No hour clear, no minute fully present. You plan to clean one drawer. But once you open it, you remember to make a call after the call. You scroll your phone. Then passing by, you see a shirt that needs washing. Then make tea. Then remember the veggies you forgot to cook. And just like that, the whole morning is gone, and the drawer is still untouched. It's not that you did too little. It's that you lived in a day with no boundaries. Tasks overlap, thoughts overlap, everything matters, but nothing gets chosen as the center. And when nothing is the center, your heart has nowhere to land. It's like a house with too many open hallways, but none leading to peace. Young people can live like that because they have the energy to spin around. But older adults need a day with a beginning and an end, a time to work and a time to rest, a time to care for others and a time to return to themselves. Not to do less, but to stop doing on autopilot, because autopilot is what exhausts you most. When you begin to reshape your day, your house naturally becomes less chaotic. When you know in the morning you'll do one thing in the afternoon, just tidy one spot. In the evening, simply sit and listen to your own breath. Then your home, even if not fully cleaned, begins to have order, because your heart has found a rhythm. Tidiness isn't just about the closet. It's about your rhythm of life, and rhythm starts with choosing. Choosing to do one thing instead of three at once. Choosing quiet instead of crowding in more talk. Choosing to clean the right place instead of making more mess. A day with rhythm is a day that feels clear. And when you feel clear, you stop blaming yourself. Stop feeling exhausted. Stop feeling like you are a burden in your own home. When you start living in rhythm every day, the next thing that can help you stay consistent is dividing the rhythm across the week. No need for a complex schedule. No need for fancy journals, just a simple principle. One main task per day. No adding more, no squeezing extra. In just like in the old days when our grandparents used to say, Monday is for going to the market, Tuesday is for laundry, Wednesday is for sweeping the yard, Thursday is for making sweet soup, Friday is for cleaning the altar, Saturday is for bathing, Sunday is for resting a week, so light yet nothing missing. You can start like that too. Monday can be kitchen day. Just wipe down the shelves, check the food. Throw out what's expired, cook a simple meal. Tuesday is paperwork day. Open those old bills, letters, medication notes, organize your document pouch. Wednesday is drawer day. Clean out one box in the cabinet. Toss small things you no longer use. Thursday is for calling loved ones, just one phone call, one text to check in, one half-written letter. Friday is for self-care. Soak your feet, wash your hair, drink warm water, listen to soft music, sit still for a while. Saturday is flexible. If you feel strong, you can do a little more. If you're tired, you can rest. Sunday is sacred. Don't touch heavy tasks. Just slow down, give thanks and breathe. When you name each day, you stop feeling scattered. You know exactly what needs to be done today. And when you know that you no longer feel short on time, no reminders needed, no packed schedules, just that day for that task, no more. No forcing. Gradually, you'll find the week passing without confusion. You'll find yourself getting more done, even if it's just one small thing a day. And most importantly, you don't need someone to do it with you alone. Are enough. You alone can live with rhythm because what you need isn't someone to do it for you, but a rhythm you create for yourself. That rhythm will be the foundation for all new habits. It will keep you steady no matter how much the outside world changes. Many people say, "I don't have enough time." But the truth is, they don't lack time. They lack presence in the time they already have. You can live a very long day and not remember what you did. Or you can live a very short morning and feel clear, deep, and calm. The difference is whether you were truly present in what you were doing, whether you knew what hour you were really living in, or whether you were just reacting from one task to another, thinking about the past, worrying about tomorrow. When you return to the 8+8+8 rule, you're not just dividing time. You're redrawing the boundary between rest and work, between cleaning and living, between caring for others and returning to yourself. You don't need more hours, you just need to hold the rhythm. That rhythm isn't in the clock, it's in your heart. When you live in that rhythm, you'll notice your house feels less cluttered. Even if it's not yet clean, tasks feel less heavy. Even if they're unfinished, you'll see that time no longer slips through your fingers, but walks with you, slow, light enough. And you'll stop blaming yourself for not doing it all, and instead be grateful that you chose to do the right thing. Living at this age isn't about rushing anymore, and it's not about proving anything either. It's about knowing clearly, I am here, I am breathing. I still have the ability to do one small thing each day, and that is enough. If you've stayed with me to this point, maybe you too are beginning a new journey. A journey that doesn't require trying hard or keeping up with anyone, only living at your own true pace. If any of this has touched something in your heart, please hit subscribe, because the next videos will keep walking with you, helping you not just declutter your home, but also your heart. Not just keep living, but live lighter, and know clearly that you are still the one in charge of every day, every hour, every breath. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this video. Goodbye and see you in the next ones.